doors open on the left.
Well, everyone's complaining about the train.
From service,
I was late to work early this week actually because of there was massive delays.
to staffing.
The CTA has done some hiring but continues to rapidly lose workers.
And from reliability,
Who knows if the system is going to be reliable, and that's not okay.
to ridership.
There's a lot of delays. Sometimes the buses get all cramped or 30 minutes to wait for one, especially at night.
The CTA's customers say
The smell sometimes is a little questionable.
the nation's second largest public transportation system is failing the public.
So it's kind of this death spiral.
Since 2020, the CTA has cut service on rail lines by 22% and service on city buses by 7%. In that span, the CTA's ridership recovery, which despite some post-pandemic gains, still lags behind comparable cities. The service cuts were meant to bring the schedule in line with demand, but riders continue to report problems.
But it's still fairly consistent on every rail line all day that there's something going on, that the trains are not running as they're supposed to.
In a Logan Square apartment, data analyst Brandon McFadden is tracking the entire CTA system. All right, so tell us what we're looking at now.
This is just the row by row output of every train that I've logged since I started tracking in July of 2022. I'm at 750,000 trains or something like that now.
Whether trains are arriving at stations as scheduled,
And so I'm able to compare, oh, it's scheduled every 8 minutes, but it's coming every 12. That's not necessarily on time.
and departing on time. Highest number there is 58%.
Yeah, as far as on-time percentage goes,
McFadden is a core organizer for the advocacy group Commuters Take Action. He says the CTA's spring schedule reduced the overall frequency of service on the L. So what does that tell you?
it means that we're really not making any progress on hiring rail operators to run these trains.
In January, the CTA held a job fair to attract new bus and rail operators, trying to fix what some have called the CTA's labor crisis. According to the latest available data, the system has lost at least 200 bus operators and 150 rail operators since before the pandemic.
Our labor crisis in Chicago is really making our recovery worse.
At the University of Illinois Chicago's Department of Urban Planning and Policy, Professor Kate Lowe, no relation to this reporter, says the staffing shortage is driving, or more appropriately, stalling the CTA's progress.
A short-term solution is to have realistic schedules. So we need to schedule those runs, but no point of scheduling a run if you don't have the operators to serve it.
There are other reasons for the scaled-back service. Greater numbers of people working from home, and some are finding alternatives like biking.
Usually the same amount of time that it takes me to take the train or the bus somewhere, often it's the same amount of time on a bike, if not maybe sometimes a little bit shorter.
But experts say there's something less quantifiable at play. A loss of confidence in the CTA to deliver on the most basic promises. Trains and buses arriving on schedule.
People don't trust it. Listen, if you want a system to work, if you want a transit system to work in a city like Chicago, you have to make that system irresistible.
In a written statement, CTA officials said, "We've restored bus service to near pre-COVID-19 levels and are adding rail service as we increase staffing levels to meet growing need." Service, staffing, reliability, and ridership are all problems that ultimately land on the desk of CTA President Dorval Carter. Despite several requests from WGN News, the CTA did not make Carter available for an interview.
To our CTA riders, I want you to know that we are aware of how some of your riding experiences have changed and that we are committed to making it better.
Carter, a former federal transportation official, has been at the helm of Chicago's transit system since 2015 and has now served under 3 mayors. He makes a salary of more than $376,000 a year. That's 1.5 times what the mayor earns. At City Hall, at least 5 members of City Council are demanding his ouster.
I believe that we've had enough time under President Carter, and as we see things are not improving, as we see other cities are improving.
3 influential publications, the Chicago Tribune, the Chicago Sun-Times, and Crain's Chicago Business, have all published editorials calling for change at the top. And last month, Governor J.B. Pritzker added his voice to the chorus of critics.
Look, a lot of changes are going to have to take place, there's no doubt, at CTA, and I think that's going to take some new leadership and additional leadership.
The Chicago Transit Board is ultimately responsible. It's made up of 7 members, 3 appointed by the governor and 4 by the mayor, who has only said he's evaluating Carter.
So I have a full vision for transportation. It's in my report, and as I said, I don't discuss personnel details in the public. I don't believe that's appropriate. I've been quite consistent with that. Thank you.
The CTA received $2.2 billion in federal COVID relief to keep the system operating during the pandemic, saying it's been a good steward of COVID relief funding. But there is a fiscal cliff on the horizon. In 2026, the CTA, PACE, and Metra are all projected to face a budget gap of $730 million.
So right now we have a crisis due to staffing. If we don't get funds from Springfield, we're going to see cuts that we can't imagine.
As fiscal pressures bear down on us, now is the time to reinvent public transit and plan for the year 2050.
Now state lawmakers have unveiled a proposal to merge the CTA, PACE, and Metra into a regional transportation agency.
Pay one universal fare and arrive at their destination on time.
But any solution to the dire fiscal situation would require the Illinois General Assembly to go along for the ride.
We can't just write a $800 million check and not have some new oversight or not have some structural changes that will help this system work better.
Working better for the more than 871,000 daily riders who need the CTA to get back on track.
The CTA is the lifeblood of the city, and we need political will around it to make it work.
In Chicago, Mike Lowe, WGN News.